na ramoro chumena mataka ko ni rawone ni biba mataka ke misa ropo ni ana di sambulu bidang na sero gori sana churi kino na moro chumai tunasile ni sambula oyo Mr. Ben kelapa na magikira ni biba mataka moni chikira borombu kama na ono kene diwa ena bula FM
This is FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. In tonight's bulletin, review of the Sugar Industry Master Award illegal, says the country's oldest political party. More small businesses and individuals receive grant from government. And social media utterances, what are the legal consequences? National Federation Party is calling for the government to stop any moves to review the Master Award. An FP leader and opposition member Professor Biman Prasad claims a review will be illegal without the Sugarcane Growers Council. Edwin Nand has the story.
The Fiji Sugar Corporation has announced dates for consultations in the West and Northern Division starting tomorrow.
The chief executive is running the show. And I think it's inappropriate and basically, it's illegal for the Master Award to be changed in any other way according to the Sugar Industry Act.
Fiji Sugar Corporation Executive Chair Abdul Khan told FBC News there is no review at this stage. He adds the process that's being undertaken is just to get views and opinions from stakeholders so that when there is a review, they have some idea of what needs to be done. NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad says the only way this should proceed is through a parliamentary committee.
Why such a rush to change the Master Award when there are very, very important issues facing the industry at the moment? What we need now is to get all the stakeholders together to talk about how we're going to deal with the industry post 2017. We can already see that the prices are coming down.
The Sugar Industry Tribunal has hired Dr. Steve Ratuva as a consultant. He will visit all divisions over the week talking to sugarcane farmers. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
Over 500 small business and individuals in Lautoka received financial boost from government under its Micro and Small Business Grant Initiative. This is the third phase of the grants handover as more are expected to follow. Eleanor Turangaivu has more.
$1,000. 550 small businesses and individuals each received the grant yesterday afternoon to help boost their operation. They were reminded that every great business had humble beginnings.
So many of you who are sitting here today may have a small business, but who knows, in 30 years' time or 10 years' time or 20 years' time, you could also be a big business person. You could also be an organization that could be employing a lot more people. But even if you don't, with this assistance from government, you'll be able to improve the quality of whatever service you want to deliver, and therefore you get more revenue for yourselves.
This is the third and the largest grant handout so far. The first being in Suva for over 300 businesses and individuals, and the second in Navua for over 100. About 6,000 more people are yet to receive their share, even though government did not budget for such a large number.
Our budgetary allocation was less, but we hope to find money from elsewhere within the ministry to be able to fund this, so everybody in Fiji, whoever is qualified, is able to access this money.
Government says it understands the important role micro and small businesses play and the challenges they face. The grants are being distributed to help uplift the grassroots and rural communities.
The development and strengthening of micro-small businesses and grassroots community will lead to growth of our nation from within and make it resilient.
27,000 applications were received from the public for the grant. However, only 7,000 applications were approved. The grants are being given with the help of the Fiji Development Bank. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
With the proliferation of social media in Fiji, more and more questions are being asked about the boundaries, legal or otherwise, that one is allowed to cross in the name of freedom of speech. Tonight, Channel 7 once again takes a look at the growing concern about this phenomena, highlighting the legal perspective such reckless utterances by some people can have on the lives of individuals and how it can affect the security of our nation.
Go to any Facebook group or politically motivated page and you will always find defamatory comments about individuals and political entities. While the law in many countries continue to grapple with the questions of how to legally reprimand such individuals, many have defended this reckless castigation, citing the age-old freedom of speech argument. But the test for the law is now becoming even tougher. What should be done if these keyboard warriors actually call for violence and harm for not only individuals, but the whole country as well? Individuals such as Labour Party leader Mahendra Chaudhry's son, Rajendra Chaudhry, the self-exiled recently registered Sydney Australian lawyer, has called for revolution in Fiji, suggesting and even urging Fijians to incite violence and even kill or assassinate senior government members. Lawyer Richard Naidu, who has experience in cybercrime, says Fiji has good laws for such offences, and people who think they will be spared if they break the law on social media are very wrong.
The things that happen and the things that people say are not necessarily different because people say them on social media as opposed to saying them in a newspaper. There's no difference in a way. So there are many offences that would be committed regardless of where they're committed, whether it's on hard copy, whether it's in a newspaper, whether it's in a public speech, or whether it's on Facebook. It would all be the same.
But ironically, the Australian lawyer's disregard for the law knows no boundaries. He continues to urge for mass demonstration, leading to chaos and mass disorder throughout Fiji. This wrapped in strong suggestions for the killing of members of the government. His father and Labour leader Mahendra Chaudhry says he personally does not support such sentiments.
You have always fought for democracy. You have always wanted for democracy. Recently, he's calling for assassination. He's calling for a revolution in Fiji, coups in Fiji. Your comments on that, sir?
I don't know what you're referring to because I don't go into Facebooks and things like that. I don't think that he has been calling for revolution or violence. But certainly we don't support any such measures.
But to find out if his son really calls for such violence, all Chaudhry Senior has to do is to go to his Facebook page.
Rajendra Chaudhry is a person of his own. And if you have any questions about him, you should ask him that. I don't take responsibility for his actions. He is an adult, and therefore he is responsible for his own actions. And
Richard Naidu says the offence of sedition or any other such offences must be proven first. Further, police has to question the person, detain him or her, and decide if they want to charge the person before he or she is produced in court. None of this is possible in this case, with the offender residing in Australia.
If Fiji were to apply for extradition of that person, whether or not the court in the other country might accept that application for extradition. And that may well depend on what the court in that country considers to be the rule of law situation in Fiji.
Although Rajendra Chaudhry is allowed to travel to Fiji, it's highly unlikely that he will return home. With laws on cybercrime now becoming more stringent day by day, it seems that the lawyer will opt for best scenario for himself, stay away from Fiji, disregard the law that he is ironically supposed to uphold, and continue to urge iniquitous people like himself to harm his motherland. In the meantime, his newly adopted country continues to be benevolent to the once disbarred Fijian lawyer. He is now also a registered Australian migration agent. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, construction of new Nassori Market and bus stand almost complete.
you just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker. Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark.
Welcome back to FBC News. Now, the Agriculture Ministry is facing a shortage of key skilled staff in its research facilities in the livestock and crop division. Minister Iniesa Ratu says it's important to equip the facilities with proper staff.
The Agriculture Ministry's Livestock and Crop Division at Cornivia outside Nosori has several research facilities: the Veterinary Pathology Laboratory, Livestock Research Center, and the Crop Research Facility, which contains a chemist laboratory. These are important centers that the ministry cannot go without.
The research facility is so important for government. Of course, with research, it is time consuming and involves a lot of resources as well, but we cannot go without research. Development has to be driven by research.
Over the years, the ministry has lost most of its key skilled staff who work in these research facilities, and it's now looking for replacements.
So we need veterinary officers, we need pathologists, and we need plant breeders, animal breeders, we need chemists. There's a lot that we need in here.
The ministry also needs lab technicians, plant and animal nutritionists, entomologists and food technology specialists. It is calling on graduates to use the opportunity to further their career in the agriculture research field.
This is an opportunity for those that are doing science in the universities and for those that are in school. There's a lot of opportunities here in agriculture.
The ministry is now trying to make up for the lost expertise by sending out staff on short-term and long-term training locally and abroad. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
There will be no increase in fees for the new Nosori Market and Bus Stand when construction is completed. The development of the new market and bus stand is in the final stages and is expected to be opened in another few weeks' time.
The Nosori Town Council is hoping fine weather prevails so that there are no delays in the construction work. Special Administrator Azam Khan says the project was planned in a way that it will promote the Delta town to another level.
Under this concept of having this new market, from the very beginning there have been policies designed to ensure that some services will be very much be part of the market, just like a hot bread shop and having a very good fish market. This fish market will be an air-con fish market. The standard, the bar of operation has been upgraded compared to other municipal markets in Fiji to ensure that we are able to keep it and take it to another level.
Currently, vendors selling in the Nosori market do so under a leaking roof, while some brave the hot sun or rainy weather. For some, moving to the new market will be a challenge.
It really hurts leaving the old market. This is the place where I established my business and earning a living for my family. I'm very happy that I'll be moving into the new market, but I'm surely going to miss this place.
Market vendors have undergone training to understand the operation of the new market.
The vendors are involved in terms of allocation of stalls, in terms of also understanding the operations plans for the new market, and also we are taking their views to ensure that they also, when they come in, they find the place very friendly to them.
The proposal for the relocation of the existing market and bus stand is to improve economic activities and reduce congestion. A total of 1,600 to 1,800 vendors is expected to take up space in this new market. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Women all over the world love flowers, and many of them move into floral business to expand their love for it. What's least likely to be seen in a flower market is a man buying flowers for floral arrangement. In our Successful Fijian segment tonight, Akusita Tale speaks to Aminiasi Naindike, one of Suva's male florists, whose flower business is becoming a buzz in the capital.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
After a decade of working in a bank, Amini Asina Indike realized he had more potential. Amini, as he is commonly known, is a bank officer from Monday to Friday at the Bank of the South Pacific in Suva. However, on weekends, he is a florist.
The love of flowers started when we got married in 2003. Then my wife wants to collect cactus. So I started off with cactus. Then she said, okay, we have lots of cactus now. Can you move into orchids and anthurium? So I said, anthurium not so, but I'll try orchids.
Finding his new passion, Amini joined the Suva Horticulture Association to broaden his skills under the guidance of Jimmy Montu, a well-known male florist in the country. He hasn't stopped from then as more requests flood in every week.
Having plenty of customers coming in to do weekly flower arrangements for them, and also day-to-day customers who just come and call me up, want a flower arrangement or a bouquet, a casket spray or wreath. That's when I call my wife if she can prepare it for me, which she did.
His presence at the flower market is usually a surprise for many, as he selects the best local flowers to fulfill his orders. Amini's flower budget every weekend is usually $200, of which he makes a profit of around $300 to $500.
I usually come here on a Friday night around about 12 o'clock or to the morning, Saturday morning. That's when the ladies from the interior bring their flowers down. But when I'm on leave, I come down on Friday morning to pick up my flowers and buy from the ladies here in the market.
Despite many thinking that the floral business is only for women, Amini says this is one of his toughest challenges and opposes it. The floral business can also be run by men.
I encourage men to take up the business, not only in florist, landscaping, pot planting and selling, and support their wife. Support the ladies of the family for them to also do something. They can share the workload.
With the year coming to an end, Amini says this will be the most difficult time of business. He says the weather is also a hindrance as less flowers bloom at this time of the year. With family being his biggest motivation, Amini is encouraging his 3 homeschooled children and his wife to move into the floral business.
I'm involving my children in planting to teach them the importance of getting money. Because every now and then they'll ask me, Daddy, $1. I'll say, well, you have to go and plant something. When the time for plant sale, I can go and sell it. I'll put the money in your money box, or I'll give you the money. And so now they're now getting into that knowledge that everything costs money. So if you want money, you have to sweat it.
Amini plans to open a flower shop in the next few years. However, for now, he will spend his time working at the bank and raising his young family. He adds he still loves his day job. However, when given the opportunity, he hopes to put a smile on his clients' faces with the most unique flower arrangements and landscaping. Akosita Talei, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Well, coming up on FBC Sports, 2015 Pacific Games comes to an end. And Raketi makes it to the top league.
Gold FM, only the classic hits. Beautiful song from the group Firehouse and When I Look Into Your Eyes. Before that, you heard from Smokey Robinson with One Heartbeat. We'll take a short break and join us in the next hour for more music from Seal. Bulabulaka. I'm DJ Tora. Join me every weekdays, 7 until midnight on the Premium Classics. Right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome to FBC Sports. The 15 Pacific Games came to an end last night. After 2 weeks of competition, Papua New Guinea bade farewell to all athletes in style. Rohit Deo has more.
The end of the Pacific Games, and didn't they do it in a great way? Papua New Guinea hosted one of the best games the region has ever witnessed. The athletes were praised for their hard work, without which the games wouldn't have been a success.
You athletes took up the challenge and showed to all of us why you are the best. You competed with dignity, honor and pride for your country. And we, the spectators, enjoyed every moment of it. This journey was long, it was challenging, but it was worth it.
The hundreds of volunteers were also not forgotten.
The success of each Games very largely depends on the large number of volunteers who make it all possible. Therefore, on behalf of the Executive Board and the Pacific Games Council, we wish to recognize the services of all our volunteers.
PNG was an amazing host to the 24 participating nations over the 15 days of intense competition. It has handed the reins to Tonga, who now has a lot to work on to host the 2019 Games. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Team Fiji finished the last day of the Pacific Games on a high note. The Fiji men's and women's hockey teams, the Fiji Pearls, and the men's bowling triples team won gold yesterday. Meanwhile, PNG has won the overall medal tally. PNG scooped a total of 88 gold medals, 69 silver and 60 bronze, an overall of 217 medals. New Caledonia came second with a total of 165 medals. Tahiti came third with 39 gold and 113 medals in total, and Fiji came fourth with 33 gold, 44 silver and 37 bronze, a total of 114 medals. The next Pacific Games will be held in 2019 in Nuku'alofa, Tonga. The Vodafone Flying Fijians shrugged off a tough challenge from the Ikahetahi to win their opening match of the Pacific Nations Cup yesterday. Fiji came from behind 3 times in the match to register the win. Rohit Deo has more.
It was a scrappy affair with both teams making heaps of mistakes. Fiji came out with 4 points from the match with a lot to improve on.
Things didn't go our way today, and certainly you can see we've got a lot of work to do. We're in the early stages of getting the team together, and with a few changes this week we lost a bit of rhythm. But certainly, credit to Tonga, man. They knew the way that they could maybe get on the front foot against us and played a very close, hard game, and with the pick and go and the short plays, and we conceded too many metres at the gain line.
The halves combination of Henry Seniloli and Ben Volavola showed some good composure under pressure.
It was really hard around the back of the scrums. They were quite messy. They were around the rucks. They were really contesting hard. So hard for the halfback, not getting really clean ball and made the clearance difficult. I thought Ben did some very good things in the game, and at other times he was under pressure. I think that Ben showed plenty of good things today, and we've just got to get our combinations a little bit better, and things will start to click for us.
Bereniki Ngoneva, who captained Fiji for the first time at home, was pleased with the victory.
This is the first time for me to lead the Fiji team. Before I just lead the club team and the Nandi team, but now this means a lot for me to lead the Fiji team and come victory like this. It's an honor for me to come victory today.
The Tongan side gave all they had but fell short in the end. There's a lot of positives they'll be taking from the match.
It's always hard to come out to Fiji and try to get a win. It's been a while. We came out with a plan today to win, but Fiji, they held their own at the last 20 when it counts. So we've got to go away and look forward to the next game.
The next round of matches will see Fiji playing Samoa while Tonga takes on Canada. Both matches will be played in the US next Saturday. Rohit Deo, ABC Sports.
Meanwhile, in the matches played today, Japan beat Canada 26, while Samoa edged USA 21-16. The Ndreketi football side will play in the Premier Division from next season. This is the side held Nasinu to a 0-0 draw in the Rewa Galaxy Senior League at Sobral Park in Lambasa today. Ndreketi qualifies on away goals rule as the teams had played to a 2-2 draw in the first leg. The Northerners replaced Tailevu Neitasiri, who have been relegated. Mobile company Vodafone Fiji held its annual Masters event at the Natandola Golf Course yesterday. This is the 8th year in a row that Vodafone has done such a thing to give something back to its corporate customers in the West. This year was also special, with the company celebrating its 21st year of existence.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Vodafone for inviting us all to play today, especially on their 21st birthday, and also the first birthday being an all-Fijian company.
More than 20 participants took part in yesterday's event. In today's weather, fine weather conditions was experienced over most places today. A trough of low pressure lies over Solomon Islands and extends southeastwards over Vanuatu. There's another trough that lies over Tuvalu and extends eastwards over Tokelau, Northern Cooks and Tahiti. An east to southeast wind flow prevails over most southwest Pacific Island countries. In temperatures, it was cool in Suva, Nandi and Savu today, with the temperatures hitting 27 degrees. Lambasa was warm today, recording 31 degrees. As for tomorrow, it should be fine in all centres except for Lambasa. You could be experiencing some rain throughout the day. And the further outlook, it will be fine in all centres and it will be cool at night as well. Our headlines once again. Review of the Sugar Industry Master Award illegal, says the country's oldest political party. More small businesses and individuals receive grant from government. And social media utterances. What are the legal consequences? On to our poll question. Should operating hours of nightclubs and bars be reviewed? You can visit our FBC website to take part. Now you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizens@fbc.com.fj and share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. If you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Good night.
घर संसार में आपका स्वागत है। आपका अपना छोटा सा स्वर, जहाँ प्यार भरे रिश्ते पलते हैं, जहाँ हेल्थी रहने की सलाह दी जाती है, जहाँ हम आपको और भी सुंदर बनाते हैं और जहाँ स्वाद की सौगात भी है। नमस्कार, मैं हूँ पल्लवी। सोमवार से शुक्रवार 9 से 12 तक रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर घर संसार में शामिल रहिए मेरे साथ।
ऐसा सुंदर सपना अपना